As I'm getting older, Valentine's Day is less and less important to me, and the more I work in retail, the more I realize how much of a corporate holiday Valentine's Day is. So this year, let's not celebrate. Welcome back, ghouls and gals. I am really excited because every year I feel like I have to conform to Valentine's Day. I feel like I need to talk about Valentine's Day in one way, shape, or form with horror movies just to be on brand, on season. And this year, I don't want to. I want to talk about movies where relationships are in turmoil and where they suck. And even though, I'm getting married and I'm in a very happy relationship, Alex and I love to watch movies where the relationship just explodes into turmoil and drama. And speaking of that, we just watched The Housemaid, a movie I was expecting to hate. And I didn't hate it. I loved it. Sometimes you just gotta turn your brain off and watch a movie with the worst dialogue ever. Just for shits. But anyways, today we have 5 horror movies. I picked 5 movies for different reasons to not celebrate Valentine's Day. 5 movies that are the complete antithesis to Valentine's. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give this a thumbs up, subscribe for more, check out all of my links down below if you would like to see any more of me or support the channel any further. Now I will give you the reasoning why I picked these movies. So let's start off firstly with the Alfred Hitchcock classic from 1940. Rebecca, a self-conscious woman, juggles adjusting to her new role as an aristocrat's wife and avoiding being intimidated by his first wife's spectral presence. Beware of the spectral presence, Anyways, this movie is essentially about a new relationship being haunted by the past relationship, and nothing screams Valentine's Day less than the spectral presence of your former wife. But if that's not your jam, perhaps Single White Female is. From 1992, having recently split from her fiancé, Allison Jones welcomes in her new roommate, Hedra Carlson. The young women quickly form a bond, but soon Allison begins to notice all is not well with her new tenant. And this is pretty much a movie starting with divorce, a terrible thing to happen, but also devolving into being stalked and impersonated. And it gets much more than that, but at the very least, stalked and impersonated. But if Single White Female is not for you, Possession has to be, from 1981. A young woman left her family for an unspecified reason. The husband determines to find out the truth and starts following his wife. At first, he suspects a man is involved, but gradually he finds out more and more strange behaviors and bizarre incidents, that there is something more than a possessed love affair. This one is an absolute classic. If you have not seen this movie, I implore you, I need you guys to watch Possession from 1981. Do it this Valentine's Day, I promise. It won't be a disappointment. But this is a film where a marriage is just absolutely torn apart by otherworldly forces at hand, and it's a really cool watch. Zulawski is a freak for making this one, and I love it, but apparently we're getting a remake with Margaret Qualley, and unfortunately, I feel like if we have to get a remake of this movie, which I don't want, Margaret Qualley is the most qualified actress, see what I did there, for that role. Possession is so full of feminine rage, and I feel like that really does embody the spirit of Valentine's Day. But anyways, let's talk about a movie my grandma got me for Christmas on DVD when I was 11. Fear from 1996. When Nicole met handsome, charming, and affectionate David, he was everything. It seemed perfect, but soon she sees David has a darker side. His adoration turns to obsession, dream into nightmare, and love into fear. Now, this is Reese without her spoon, am I right? I'm just kidding. This is honestly like a movie where I don't necessarily love the leads, but it's so quintessential 90s. This one is a cautionary tale of love bombing and obsession, and honestly, everything I do not want to experience on Valentine's Day. And then finally, the least romantic movie of them all. From 2009, a grieving couple retreats to their cabin, Eden, in the woods, hoping to repair their broken hearts and troubled marriage. But nature takes its course and things go from bad to worse. And if you know the ending of this movie, you know that it's not great. But this movie begins with child loss and ends with body part loss, appendage loss, specific important appendage loss, but also kind of in a way a symbol for the crumbling and the degradation of this relationship, and it's not a goal to aspire to. So in saying that, that is 5 horror movies I feel are the complete opposite of Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is all about, like, you have to buy this, you have to buy these cards, you have to buy these heart-shaped chocolates, but you're getting less in these than you would buy in the normal chocolates. You have to buy this because it's pink and it's red and it's now, and you have the overconsumption, the overconsumerism around the holiday. It's just, it feels yucky, and I personally would rather just bake or cook a nice meal and do something at home that I feel is shows my love more than a heart-shaped Kinder Egg. I know that was kind of a rant, but anyways, last year I did a whole top 10 romantic horror movies, and like, even though it wasn't like for Valentine's Day, it was still like the romance of it all. I don't want to talk about Valentine's Day. I want to talk about movies that are the opposite of Valentine's Day, and I hope that I achieved that today. So on that note, I hope that you enjoyed. That was a huge rant that you probably didn't care about, but whatever. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. My next video will be a podcast episode for Larry Fessenden's Habit, the sexiest movie of them all. And then we're going to finish off the week with this movie, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's a movie where the killer goes after couples because Valentine's Day is over. I'll see you soon. Sayonara, Spooky Fam.